Alright, YouTube, what up? Back again with another video. Today, I'm reacting to a video about your boy Corey Pritchett. I guess he turned himself in. So, I thought this was interesting. Let's get into the video, see what they're talking about.
Corey has officially been booked in a Harris County facility. As you can see here, his booking date was yesterday, January 16th. Corey turned himself in around 7 p.m. last night. Now, according to court documents, it appears that Corey has a bond set at $100,000. Now, I'm not sure if that's just for one case, since he does have two, which would make it $200,000 bond. Now, if you guys are not familiar with bonds, when you go to a bail's bondsman, they normally require you to put down like 10%. So in order for Corey to get out, it appears that he's going to have to put up $20,000. And it doesn't appear that Corey obtained his own lawyer because he was signed a public defender. Now, there's a lot of back stigma about.
That's crazy. So he turned himself in and he has a public defender. That seemed like it was on his own will because he would have a lawyer representing him. That's crazy. You know, with somebody of that caliber, when you facing charges and stuff like that, you definitely need to lawyer up. You gotta lawyer up because they're gonna be on your side. Public defender works for the state, works for the court system. They gonna try to get you to do whatever to speed the case up because they got more clients that they gonna get assigned to. They gonna get their money off top anyway. You feel me? They get their salary, they get their bonuses, all of that, depending on which way they play. It's a game, it's a system. It's chess, not checkers. But him having a public defender is not a good look. That either one means that you couldn't afford your own lawyer, or two, you just didn't really think it through when you made the decision. You panicked or whatever the case may be, and you thought that it was some slight work. But when you're facing lawsuits, you need to get a lawyer to handle that, to be as transparent as possible, somebody that's going to be on your side, just in case.
Public defenders, because of course a lot of them help the courts out, so they really just want you to plead guilty, and so they can get over with the case and be on to the next one. They're not really there to fight for you. Now, I don't want to talk bad on all public defenders because I'm not really familiar with them, but I'm just telling you guys what most people think about public defenders. But it doesn't appear that Corey has the money to pay for a lawyer. I mean, according to the financial documents that were filed with the court, he doesn't have any monthly income coming in right now. As you can see, his total income is $0. So now in affidavit.
And I was just saying that. I was just saying, usually when somebody doesn't have a lawyer, it's because they can't afford it. That's crazy. If he really was making this YouTube money like he says he was, and how he looks and appears to the public eye, that's ridiculous. He's been exposed a couple of times from different females saying that he's really broke and that he be scamming and doing this and this and this. If that's real, that's tragic because you're somebody that's been in a position to change your life for real, like in a position where you should be winning, where you should be righteous, and you should be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like with your fan base, with your people, you shouldn't have to get over them, bro, because a lot of people respected you and looked up to you. I don't know the full story, so I can't really talk about, bro. But as far as the lawyer situation and you not having enough money to pay for a lawyer, based on your position, that should not be a situation. You should definitely have funds to the side, and you should have had funds because stuff like this could pop up years down the road. Just in case. It happens to rappers all the time. It happens to celebs all the time. You gotta have a lawyer on standby. If you gotta put them on payroll, if you gotta have them on a retainer, you need that. Because outside of females and the opposite sex and stuff like that doing that, you just have random strangers and people that want to get off on you, like that want to get over on you. You have to have a lawyer by your side, man.
of financial condition for a criminal case is a sworn statement that lists a defendant's assets, debts, and income, and it's a key document in a criminal case and may be used to determine if a defendant is eligible for a court-appointed counsel, which Corey does have because he was appointed that public defender. So now, according to these public documents, states that Corey is living in Katy, Texas with a friend or family. He's been there for 3 years, so stating that he's full-time employed as a content creator. He's been employed for 9 years and 7 months, doesn't have any debts or assets. But now Corey has previously stated that he had real estate in Alabama. So I'm wondering what happened to all that, because that's not listed here on these financial conditions. Now, another document that was posted is the court directive order. As you can see here, the other is check, stating that electronic monitoring device shall be installed prior to defendant's release from Harris County custody. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it means that if Corey is released on bond, then he will probably or will be wearing an ankle monitor so they can know where he's at all times. Now, there are a lot of conditions to having to wear an...
You should have got a lawyer, bro. You should have for sure got a lawyer. And I mean, you as a content creator being on house arrest, that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Because you need to maneuver to get content to where you can get the money for situations. But that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even need to go no further, man. I'm gonna do more research and more homework on this. It's a tragic situation because when you become a popular figure, you gotta learn how to move smarter. And this is why you can't do anything without having people sign NDAs, without having other people in the middle that's gonna tell the truth, witnesses, people that's gonna stand by you and say, yo, this is really what happened, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a female that's saying this against you or a group of females, it's a bad look. If it was just you, it's your word versus their word. And in the court system, you know what I mean? You know how it is and you know how it go. But definitely you gotta make smarter moves. As you grow in your business, as you grow in your exposure and your personal brand, whatever the case may be, if you get the funds, you gotta move smarter. Even without the funds, you just gotta move smarter. You gotta have your head on a swivel. You gotta expect the unexpected, because it's a lot of vultures out here. It's a lot of people that's wishing on your downfall, people that want to be around and act like they cool with you, but in the end, they'll just play you, like, for money. That's what it come down to, for money. What y'all think this situation is over? It ain't over clout, it's over money. And he have no money. At least that's what he's putting on the court documents. Maybe so that's he don't lose anything. But either way, you should have knew how to move, bro. Like, I've been seeing bro for years. YouTube, and it's, every time I see him, it's something toxic. I don't ever see anything positive going on with this man. And that's not bashing him, but that's just the reality. It's always a toxic situation. And if you put that kind of energy around you in your atmosphere, then that's what you're gonna get. It's called karma. And that's exactly what you're getting right now because of stuff you're doing, the stuff you did. Just make sure you move smarter as a human being, bro. And people that's watching this, make sure you move smarter as well. Money's not everything. You still gotta have smarts. You still gotta be wise. You gotta move a certain way because everybody's not your friend. And that's facts.